Um,
Mhm.
so what would you say are the hot topics that interpreters in France are talking about at the moment? What's on in the chat rooms and what's on people's minds?
Okay, okay. So I would have two things in mind. One, the hot topic that is not hot anymore, so it's a good news. It's about video interpretation. Uh, yeah. So for in 2005, we had an official law in France that recognizes French Sign Language as an official language of France. So that's a big event in France for the deaf community, and that's the starting point of many actions and many concrete ways to support the deaf community in France. And one of that was the fact that deaf people could be able to communicate at distance.
So remotely via video connections.
Yeah, exactly. So video will, how do you say VRI?
Yeah, so we have VRI and VRS. So we have a couple of different systems depending on whether you are, say you're at a council office and you want to talk to somebody who's in the room. So we have a hearing person and a deaf person and the interpreter is remote, or you have like calls through a phone system. So VRS, VRI, depending on whether it's the hearing and deaf person are in the room or whether they're remote and they're using the interpreter, like to interpret a phone call.
Okay. So we have it's for most of all for the remote interpreting, and so it has taken many years because the official remote interpreting uh, public service has been released this year in October.
Ah.
So after fighting for having professional and qualified interpreter, because we wanted to be sure to have a quality service,
Mm-hmm.
and the company who got the market
The
of
contract, yeah.
the contract, yeah, the company who got the contract really follow the rule of interpretation that we have set in France. Like you don't interpret more than 4 hours per day.
Right.
If you want to interpret, you have to get a master of interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
So
You
that
must be qualified.
must be qualified. So that was the 2 points we were fighting for, and we succeeded. And now we have that service that is offered to deaf people in a good quality service.
Right. So is that funded at all, or does the deaf person have to pay themselves?
So it's part of when you have a mobile, you
Mm-hmm.
pay a fee each month, and you can ask for the same price for that service.
Wow, that's
So
fantastic.
yeah, so the deaf person pay for himself, the same that has hearing person we pay for our mobile phone and to call. But now deaf people, before they were paying, but they just got access to text messages. But
Mm-hmm.
now they can get access to
Wow.
interpreting, remote
So they
interpreting.
can use those minutes as video minutes with no
Yeah,
extra charge.
exactly.
That's brilliant. That's
That's
really
really nice.
exciting. It'll be great to see how that develops over the next few years, and you know what that level of extra access means to the deaf community. It's really exciting.
Yeah, it's really new, so we will see how it goes for the future.
Yeah, we don't have that yet in England, so we have companies that will fund the video interpreting services. So maybe on their website they will have a button to click and then the interpreter comes up. So that access is there for many services, but by no means all or the majority. But
Yeah,
also we have funding from the government, so sometimes it's provided through Access to Work funding. So if a deaf person needs an interpreter at work, that will be funded. But there's a long way to go yet. So it's exciting to hear about the model in France.